Alrighty, this is going to be the live trading session that I had this morning. Really focusing on reading price action and explaining my thoughts the whole way through. Watch it, you'll learn something. Don't watch it, you won't learn something. It's not edited heavy. You might need to skip around. There's sometimes it's quiet. Do I care? Absolutely not. Do I even care about YouTube? Absolutely not. This has a lot of valuable stuff in it though. Very high level price reading. I do well at the end of this day as well. I mean, not too well. I make about 3.5 R. For those of you who are really curious, that's like $13,000 for me, which for me is a very, very, very slow day. For those of you who are not just YouTube brain rotted and want to hear big numbers, that's again about 3.5 R. I also take a loss in this video, but most of it's really focused on reading price action, staying out of bad positions in a choppy market, and just some of the basically trying to put my intuition into a screen. I'm going to start posting these once or twice a week on YouTube, and maybe I'm not going to commit to this because I'm bad with schedules, but I'm going to try to post it every single day on Patreon for the rest of this month, a video just like this, and on YouTube once a week. So yeah, again, this is from the live trading calls in Discord. Join if you want, don't join if you don't. I got a lot of information on this YouTube channel for free at this point, and these videos are going to take it to a whole nother level because you're going to learn how I read price action, which is the most important part of how I trade. So hopefully you get something from this. If you have a short attention span, or you're like fucking stupid, probably not the video for you. But yeah, let's see if we get above this 970.
Close to me, I see him hate like damn. All I know, get the money, still gon' be the one to slam. Like nigga, bitch, bow. On my jury, fuck the jury. I feel like on Gucci Mane in 2006. All these diamonds dancing on my fucking neck, cost like 4 bricks. Ain't no way that I be toting on that strap.
Candles are decent size too. Hopefully it stays fucking like that, bro. Just kind of having a little bit of a hard time off this 970. Building within that 4:55 a.m. wick, that the oldest one there. You close underneath that, you probably make new moves. I guess I can mark it. What the fuck is that red shit, bro? I think you probably get new lows, get into like 906. I mean, if you're just rejecting off this, as long as if you stay above this, maybe not. But I don't personally want to try to like aggressively long this or anything. I'd rather just chill for a minute, see what she wants to do. It's kind of holding though, low key, bro. We're just fucking trying. 9 seconds though. You didn't close outside of it. You closed right on the tick though. It's not very convincing. Here, you just rejected off the top of it too. I'm back testing it. Little sketchy. I'm not really interested in like aggressively shorting this yet either. For me, even if you did, I mean, there's no real place you could have put a stop loss that I like. There's new lows. Told you all you closed underneath this motherfucker, bro. You back test, you just go make new lows like immediately. I don't know why this is on extend, bro. And there's the 906 that we could get into. So if we hold this, it's the same as holding over 970. We lose it, we get into 842. I think it's maybe a little bit more likely to get an 842 so you get these lows too. But I suppose we could just hold 906. I don't believe it too much though. I'm gonna have to start believing it if we get above 938. But I don't like believing that it's holding 36. It's not really gonna change much. It'll just mean that I think we're gonna get back above 970. Like I'm not interested in this wick. If anybody's wondering. So too freaking sketchy. Even if I was terribly bullish, I don't think I would be, because he never even ran the lows. If this would have traded in 938, I might be interested in this. To short it. He just didn't get up there.
I used to have hood dreams, big fame, big change. I stuck my dick inside his life until that bitch came and went hard on fall like the ball teams, just so I could make it rain all spring. Y'all seen my story, my glory. I had raped the game young. You could call it statutory when a nigga blow up. They gon' build statues from me. Old money, Benjamin Button. Super bad chicks giving me McLove. And you would think I ran the world like Michelle's husband. You would think these niggas know me when they really doesn't. Like they was down with the old me. No, you fucking wasn't. You such a fucking loser. He ain't even go to class. Bueller. Trade the Grammy plaques just to have my granny back. Remember she had that bad hip like a fanny pack. Chasing the star, I'ma turn you to a maniac. All the way in Hollywood and I can't even act. They pull their cameras out and goddamn they snap.
Why the fuck am I looking at a 5-minute chart here, bro? What the fuck? So if we open and hold above 938, I'm gonna have to believe we're gonna get back in above 970. But we gotta hold above it though. If not, then it's probably still getting into 842. I don't mind switching it up though. But it has to hold above that level though. I don't know if you bet on that though. Maybe. Here's 38. Let's see if this holds over. No. Well, you gotta be careful with these. A lot of people, especially with PDRs, really with anything, it doesn't really matter if you just close the level or whatever. You gotta hold it. You could actually see if there's the hold above it. You don't want to be the motherfucker that longs this, bro. Unless it's like ultra aggressive. I don't think we judge it yet. So it probably go take this low now. That's an 842. Kind of watching the 5:33 a.m. bottom wick a little bit on that down candle. Not yet though. It's a little bit lower odds because that prior candle doesn't have any up wick on top. Told you. You can't be aggressive like shorting this wick on a 15-second here because this candle didn't have any wick on top, so this candle's more likely to pop up there. And now we're range bound. Try to break lower, try to break higher, try to break lower. If this doesn't break the high right now, it's more range bound. This is a second try to hold 38 though. This could be kind of interesting. Yeah, don't blame me, brother. It's low-key holding above, and we broke the high. So as long as this candle doesn't like fall back in the range, we probably get over 970 again. Unless this falls back underneath 38 like right now. It's kind of interesting. It's a little sketchy, but I still think the pop is a little bit more likely. Unless it wants to just drop through 38 again. I think if it does drop through 38 again right now, though, it's definitely, at least for the first couple hours here, it's definitely not going to be a trendy day at all. You got a 4150. It's not bad. I wanted a little bit lower. I wanted a 38. I would have taken 38 on that candle. It's a nice run. Yo, they got I don't know what the fuck TradingView is doing with this, bro. Dude, you hold this down for 3 nanoseconds, bro, and I can't fucking drag my screen anymore. What the fuck is this shit, bro? Dude, can I turn this off, bro? How do I fucking get rid of this shit, bro? What the fuck is even that? Chart values. Yeah, turn that shit off. Never mind. That's the worst feature I've ever fucking seen in my life, bro. Turn it off in the toolbar. Yo, whoever made that shit. This guy needs a fucking... He needs a meeting with like his boss or some shit, but they gotta talk to him. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. By far the worst feature I've ever seen ever. Good shit. Because you hold this, bro, you hold this to drag it around. How are you gonna fucking stop me after 2 seconds of holding it, bro? Yeah, don't check that. Yeah, this is sketchy. It's still nothing for me. Every single time you break a high without closing it, I still consider that chop. It's not. This to me is still the same range, like the same choppy range. The long press is fucking retarded, bro. I don't know who. Yo. Shit, I don't even do like user experience shit. I just, dude, I made shit that a designer gave me, but like, bro, even I know that shit, bro. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. That little fucking Wix put it in worker. That little red range that I have, I don't really want to participate unless you close outside. Stay out of chop. Nah, just not dealing with that shit today, bro. Yesterday I think fucking I went out by myself like a real degenerate, bro. I was sitting down on a bench outside of this bar because it wasn't open yet. Some random motherfucker walks up to me and we just lock in for the entire night. And I'm not gonna tell the rest of the story, but this guy, we had some fun, bro. I fucking lost my phone though. I left this shit in my shit in his car, so I had to get it this morning. He dropped it off at a fucking grocery store at 6 p.m., bro. It sounds devious. Nobody did drugs and no 2-man was had, bro. Because that would be weird with a complete stranger. I guess it's the same shit on both sides. I think that bitch stole some of my money though. I only had like a band on me, bro. I went home, I had fucking $43 in my pocket when I woke up. Hold up, we're about to get out this place. No, it wasn't him. I think it was one of the, it was, fuck. It was one of the girls, bro. Like, I'm sure. Fucking sure of it. So we closed about this motherfucker. I guess it's another chance for it to expand. You pussy. You fucking pussy, bro. You're not gonna give 49? Right, bro. Makes a lot of sense. You're just not gonna give 49. All right then, bro. Taking that shit off. It's fucked up though. I wanted the retest into this range. I just wanted 49. I wanted the half of it. This little yellow motherfucker. It's the same setup every time, bro. This is like the default continuation play. Your range round, you get a little wick like that. Boom. You have some sort of reason to be biased. Like right now, like it's a very high chance getting above 970 because the PDR held 906.25. So this little, you close above this little run is like, it's like an 85% chance. The entry is not an 85% chance, but the run is. You go break that high, but that's only if you're only. Those odds are only that high because of the PDR. Like if this didn't touch this level, I would never be aggressive on this yellow. I would never be aggressive here. And this high is the only like quote unquote requirement, but it'll probably run higher. But that would be the whole PDR, and then I would just be trailing to see if I could get more out of it. Hopefully. But even a trail to like 968 would be like 4.3 for me right now if I was in. So we're either going into like a much bigger range bound market, somewhat likely because it's a Monday, or we get over 970 right now and rush for like 23, 28. It's a little annoying, this fucking miss though. So I'm hoping to get above 970. Otherwise today might be boring. this wick is not gonna be the high, probably. It just that's just not the type of candle that makes highs like that, or like anything sustained. Like this wick, I would never short this wick. Unless you popped above it, you didn't close, you came back down, you could still use this wick. And then on like a second or third test maybe. But I don't think this stays a high unless you get underneath and hold underneath 938. Like any retracement in this top half, I just would want to fade it back into the high. But also because it's already done that today. Like you had a high, you try to break through it, it ran again. Usually the same shit just repeats itself over and over again all day long. Like you have a high, you fail to break through it, you probably run through it again. So to me that makes me not want to short in this range. I'm not willing. I would rather wait. You get it back above 970, I'd rather long. You get underneath 938, then maybe I'd be considering somewhere in lows. But it's more likely this high gets taken. I'm trying to explain more why the fuck I'm not taking trades. Because realistically, who the fuck cares why I am, bro? It's all the same shit. Here's this wick again. No, if it holds down, then I'll be with it. If 938 holds you down. Mm-hmm. Big as the Super Bowl, but the difference is it's just two guys playing shit that they did in the studio. Niggas usually send their verses back to me and they be terrible, just like a 2-year-old. I love a dinner with some fine women when they start debating about who to go to. Hey, yo, big bro, you fucking with that? We've been doing this a lot lately for like a month too, where we keep coming back into wicks like this. I would only be willing to maybe get aggressive, try to long this up into that high. That's all I'd be willing to do right now. And even that's a little bit shady. It's kind of hard to find, so it would have to be off this wick. If it is gonna pop, this low probably stays. ATT's in a few minutes too. This low probably stays because this is the all one range. You already ran beneath it, so this high is relatively easy. You got a 56.25. Hope that shit runs for you. To be clear, I did not get a 5625. I said you got one because somebody in the chat said. Some of these motherfuckers are just waiting for like the. That's cool. Break even's nothing. It was probably reasonable. See, this wants to actually hold this little yellow motherfucker, because if not, then I might have some problems. Now, you just try to run, you couldn't even get above the old high that you swept. It's a little bit suspect. I still think this high is likely to get ran unless you get underneath 38. This closing under could be fake. You could just one candle up through, maybe. If you reject off of it, it's a little bit sketchy, but usually that happens by opening and immediately going. But when it doesn't immediately go, then you expect this one candle all the way through. You can never short aggressive off that. You see what I mean? You just got to reprice, huh? This rejection's good now, though. But if you would have shorted something like this wick, you're stopped out. You short this volume imbalance, you're stopped out. Still, I'd like to wait for this 38 to get held under. But it's easier to be more aggressive now. Because it's, I don't know, it's not confirmed, but it's like all but. I remember the same shit happened earlier, though, where you could do this fucking dumb shit where you close right above a level or something, and you just end up popping down, coming right back through it. So you still want to be careful, but I think this is better now than any time to maybe try for this low. Alternatively, we're just in like real range where you're never gonna get an expansion. It's like, well, fuck, no, the fuck is even life? But avoiding dumb shit like this, like like shorting this volume imbalance and getting stopped out on this tick off of a wick that goes like this, and I think, I don't know, you just have to avoid shit like that. Otherwise you're gonna be fucking, you're just gonna take retarded losses for no reason that should never be taken. There goes the lows, probably, unless you're creating big equal lows. I don't really do too many range plays, to be honest. It's just I try to play for the expansion on like every break, like every attempt of breaking a range. Because for the way that I trade, I kind of need expansions. That's the only way trailing works. I mean, you could get like mid-range expansions like this. You try to play it side to side. If you don't want to play like a range bound, like in a type of way, you would just be, I suppose, trying to play it off the extremes. Same shit with this, by the way. You can't, I didn't talk about it in the moment because I'm fucking slow. You can't short this on this break because we never closed underneath this low. We just pushed. So it's creating equal lows. You don't want to short the creation of equal lows because you got to move away from the equal lows a little bit if there's to be liquidity generating. Like you might got to make it seem like it's going up before it sweeps these. So if it stops right before the low, you can't short the wick that closes. Ever. You just take fucking retarded ass losses. Even if today's boring, at least we're talking about some things. So this is as far as it needs to go up for these lows, because this is the second point for the PDR. So if it wanted to, it could fuck around here and then go run those lows, or it gets over the PDR, it goes to the top. It kind of looks like it's just creating like one of those like classic default motherfuckers that end up doing some shit like this, or some shit like this, where you just create both sides of the range, and it's like, oh, everybody fucking loses in here, and whatever that happens. I think on the pop though, either side, if you pop up, you probably reach in a 28. If you pop down, you probably reach in 82. But if it's gonna roll down, this is as high as it needs to go. If it wants to go up, you'll see the range form above 38, and it'll probably run these highs first. But if it doesn't want to go up, you'll see the range form below 38, and you'll probably run these lows first, because this is the PDR level. Because I don't really care about the half of this range. I care more so between the levels. These are both suspicious to me. Told you. So now that you wicked above it though, if this rejects, why are they suspicious? Here's what I want you to do. This wick is still suspicious too. You're probably gonna run those highs. Go back and look at during market hours and just look for real sustained moves that come from candles that look like this, that look like this, or that look like this. Just try to find like real sustained moves that actually play off those, that don't relatively quickly get traded back up through. It doesn't really happen. It's super rare. To save you the experimentation, it's like fucking a 10% thing where those create anything real. Big candles, small bodies, big wicks. They look like crazy rejections, but I'll never trust a wick like that, especially if they're back to back like this. The only way this plays into anything is if this third candle becomes like 5 or 6 times bigger than this second one. Even then, you probably just go retest this 906 and retake that high, because this is not going to be sustained. This is a little bit different though. So I am suspect of this wick, but I'm less suspect of this wick because it's sweeping another suspect wick. So this could maybe push more aggressively. Although usually I'd be like, this is whatever, you're probably just gonna flip to the top. It's still more likely you flip to the top, but it's a little more likely than this wick that it can actually create something because it's sweeping. But also this 607 closed above 38 though, so there's gonna be some sort of like incentive to try to get back above, but I'm not as sussed out about this. If this candle closes back above 38 though, it's probably not moving down. Just because I'm not suspicious of this, it doesn't mean I'm gonna like immediately try to short that wick or anything. I want to see you close underneath this low first. Not for like any reason of market structure or whatever, but just like, I don't know. If it just sweeps, then you probably go run. This side swept, so it's more likely that this side just sweeps as well. You sit in a tiny range, and I don't want to be shorting the middle of that range if it just sweeps and then you go back to the top and then you're cooked. So like a stronger close beneath here would make me more confident, because it's likely you're just range bound in a tiny range. So even though I'm not suspicious of the wick, I'm not gonna short either. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe like once or twice a week just talking about price, not even trading. Scalping makes me no fucking money anyways. I don't care. I'm really just here for trying to stay sharp on reading price action. It's hard to explain it while I'm also trying to focus on trading as well. If I did that, it would only be like 1 or 2 days a week though. I still want to trade. You see how this is leading to a more, like a bigger move? It's not huge, but like you didn't immediately go above this wick like you did these ones. So I wasn't suspect of this one because it was created sweeping another suspicious one. Too suspicious makes this not suspicious. It doesn't mean it's going to lead to like a complete breakdown. It might, but you could have a little bit bigger of a move off this, and I'm not worried. I'm not worried about this getting immediately destroyed. So like, for example, if this was different, if this closed underneath this level, you had a big wick like this, and this open, you retest the high time frame level, you could take the retest of that high time frame level in this candle, not in this one or this one. This is suspect to me. You could have taken it into this one and have like a pretty high chance of getting at least break even. Not on this wick though. This one. After this one, you could have taken it on this down candle. Not on this candle, because this, at this point, to me, it's still super suspicious. If this candle would have closed above this high, you can't do anything, but only if this would have closed underneath that level, and then you could have a decent stop loss above here, inside of this candle, to get break even. Still waiting on the close underneath this low to want to short, remember. And even then, it's a little bit suspect of a short, but I'm telling you, this looks range bound, and the range would be here. Make this red. That's also important too, like just understanding where ranges, like range bound choppy price action is gonna form, like way before it forms. Even if we get back in this later, like let's say this closes outside and then price comes back up here, you're more likely to be range bound where you've already been range bound in the day. So I'll remove the box if it comes back up there, but you might pop down here, get aggressive, and it's just stall here for a little bit. Or usually it's a little bit higher or a little bit lower, but it's going to be around the same place. I used it once. Check. So this could be an immediate rebalance. It's in a contender for it. I don't really believe it too much. but we'll see if it does. So I'd still qualify, or I'd still say that's going to be the rebalance at this point. I'm so tempted on this volume imbalance that's being created right now. Got a 2075. I don't know, I could be wrong, we'll see. I'm going break even 2075. See if this wants to break the low. Switch over to Ninja. Need to get underneath these lows. So I told you the range would form here before running these lows underneath that level. I also said to wait for this close outside the range. We'll see if this pops. Maybe it will. If it runs back up and retests that volume imbalance, I'll take a break even, whatever. That'd be unfortunate though. My trail has to be 907.75 underneath here. So this level could stop me from getting a trail. But we got to get underneath these lows. Of course you're holding this level. Just give me a damn trail, motherfucker. A bit of a shame if this breaks me even. I love trading so much. Good try. I just got fucking stalled on that level. My trail was just a little bit lower. I like that try though. The 3-hour curse trail is such a phenomenon. Yeah, I don't know what why it does that shit, bro. I thought this was good though. And now of course price action is just doing whatever the hell it wants. This kind of changes things a little bit though, because if you're not, because you just did all this for these lows and you're not getting these lows, so like check it on a higher time frame, like a 15-minute, you're probably just creating bigger equal lows with the whole of everything. So this gets over 38 now. I'm forgetting about these lows forever, or at least in the context of today. If it doesn't get above 38, I still like them, but this seems more like it's just creating bigger ones on a higher time frame though, because you're not sweeping it. We could expect it to get slightly more choppy here again. You extend this motherfucker in time. The weekly order block, halfway point, not gained. I feel like maybe a pop at if we don't trade into this fair value gap. That at 6:04 a.m. wick, you could use it, but look more at the actual 38 level though. And this is probably a pop. I got a 38.25 tick down. I don't know. If it doesn't pop here, I'm cooked. That stops underneath the fucking wick. We'll see. It's not really going. I might die. Time will tell. Cold blood. I still like this if it doesn't leave the wick though. Might have had to just fucking get my ass out. Exact same shit again. 38.25. I'm going break even 38.25. This candle doesn't have a bottom wick. Rare for no retest. Whatever. I broke even anyways. We still haven't closed above that. Dude, I hate this non-expansive shit, bro. We didn't run these highs. We didn't run these lows either. I mean, we ran them. Like we're just not expanding. What is that? 2 break evens. 1 else over. Well, that was okay try. They just wick out, yeah. It's a little fucking cringe, bro. I don't give a fuck about yes, bro. Some people care, but I don't. I think there's probably some sort of I think there is some use out of that. I just don't care. I don't care. But just because I don't care. I mean, shit, Sean uses yes. Oh, fuck it. I used to look at yes. Some people might remember I got that 38 again. Same shit. Hopefully this fucking 1 minute doesn't retest like a pussy, bro. Break this high, bitch. I'm going break even 38. SMT, suck my toes, bro. I don't care. Come on, pop the high, bro. You know you want to run. Don't retest 38. Show me titties. Yeah. Alright, pop the high, motherfucker. I'll switch over to Ninja on a break of the high. If we get it. Nice. My trail needs to be above 951, and I'm not gonna get it because it's not fucking going anywhere, bro. Come on, just give me one damn expansion, motherfucker. What the fuck? Every time we break a high, do we gotta reject? Do we have to? I'm covering this shit up. I don't care. I'm not looking at this bitch, bro. It's gonna go if I don't look at her. I told you. Yeah, I gotta look away from this girl again, huh? Like, you just pop above this. For most of my trading career, I'd be trailed to 40 right now. But nowadays, I do a thing where I only trail if I could get 3R. Most of my trading career, I'd be at 46 right now. Not anymore, though. Nice pop. See if we get any size up here for me. That'll be a nice trade. This motherfucker, bro. There's nothing here, bro. You're rejecting off my damn trail line again, bro. Don't do that. I'm gonna protect slippage and shit. We gotta watch out for 72. So I need to give me a 1 minute trail up here. I'll move it at 30 seconds on this candle, or if it gets big body, to a 57. You always want to wait for 30 seconds if you're trailing on a 1 minute though. And only if it looks like the low is in. That's why. If you didn't wait for 30 seconds there, you would have trailed out too early. Yeah, now this is its chance. Because after 30 seconds, there's like an 85% chance that one side of the candle is in. You push the high. Maybe this still trails me out like a pussy, but we'll see. Small candle, probably big body quickly. You'd want to trail quick on these. That locks in 4.8. Whatever you get a candle like this, and then next one opens up and pushes down first, you want to trail that quick because this could pop the high and immediately roll over. So that's the one exception. I don't wait 30 seconds. Okay, took me out for 4.8. I'll take it though. Not really the full run that I wanted, but not bad. And now you got a great trail from doing that too, because now you got a 58.75 up here. And that's way at the top of the move instead of like below this other candle. You gotta get this intra candle shit down. I'm telling you, bro. Those small things, like what I just said, where like if it's a small candle like this, where it's always 3 candles. You have a big body candle. The second one's the body closes within the range of the candle, and it just wicks out. If the third candle opens, ticks down, and then moves above this candle, the first candle's high. Don't wait for 30 seconds. Trail to underneath that candle immediately. Shit, I might have to talk more in these live calls. Huh? Remind a couple people that I'm fucking him, bro. I don't know. What convinced me to take it? You can't take it here because if you remember earlier when we rejected here, I said that we would create a range right here to short down into these lows. That's the whole point of the PDR here. But when you push down to go break these lows and then you don't, you get this candle back up, you just failed the whole purpose of this range, so you're gonna go blow it. So just even though this did wick through here, you immediately failed. You couldn't even break the first low. Just back to basics. You can't break a low. You're probably going to go to a new high. If you go to a new high here, you were you were likely to go run these highs. That was the idea. It didn't. But after this push down, you could what's it called? If you don't break this low, you could take the PDR. You can't take it on this candle or anywhere else. Only after this push down, you could take this now. Because you failed to break this low, you're going to go run this high. You already failed everything here. You're basically holding the PDR at this point. The range is up to 970. It didn't reach 970, but you're good. I'm done. We talked a lot. I recorded this one. I'll upload it on Patreon.